Welcome back to Profess or Smoke. I need to create my build for PoE, and I've never done it live, and I almost always follow a build guide, but I think for the first time in quite some time, it's time to make our own build. And I'm gonna obviously need to ascend to a higher plane of existence before peering into this massive skill tree and all these different options. I hope you join me. And together, we're gonna figure out what I'm playing this league. Now let's see if the screen that I made will work. Boom. Not bad. Not bad. You can still see the little tiny bit of my screen on the side here. Ooh, you might actually not be able to. This could look even better than I think. But honestly, I love Karl Casey. I love White Bat audio. But this mix right here is going to put me to sleep. So we're going to find some different music before we dive into our PoE. Oh, wow. He's advertising. Hell yeah. Get your hustle on. So this is the channel I always use for all of the cool, see, melancholy synth. I want some, this one was pretty good. I did like the sci-fi synth. Some of their horror stuff is pretty dang good. Yeah, let's do this one, 80s horror. Yeah, this is gonna dictate our, oh, actually I should add this to a different playlist while I'm at it, but all right, here we are. Hey, what's up, Tom? Hey, man, how's it going? What? Welcome to this Professor Smoke persona. Welcome to, you probably have already checked this out, but didn't recognize the name. Oh yeah, so this is the first time you're checking it out. Yeah. So, man, you know, I don't want to be long-winded about it, but if I were to be asked what my dream job would be for the rest of my life in some fantasy universe, you know, it would probably be playing video games and getting stoned and getting paid for it. And so I randomly was just like, why don't I incorporate my stonedness into my channel? You know, and it's probably not going to take off, but hell, I think there's a lot of weed smoking gamers out there that might resonate with something like this. So I would always smoke before the stream, and now I can smoke during the stream. Make it a part of the stream. Hell, not just a part. I mean, you see the little things up at the top, the little incentives, I guess you should say. If ever anyone wants to make it extra challenging on me, they can amp up the stakes of whatever game I'm playing by increasing my stone level. Of course, I'm going to put a bunch of other stuff on there too, and like also a bunch of things that don't involve, you know, marijuana. But yeah, I'm getting very inspired with this whole new approach and avenue. But yeah, very excited. I mean, this is I'm so proud. I did quite a bit of work in the background, and got a thing. I started playing Cyberpunk, snatched it up on the Steam sale. Oh, hell yes. I bet that game is incredible. I bet that game is freaking addicting as hell. Yeah. I bet it's hard to put down. All right. I'm a little stoned. I don't think I'm stoned enough to make a build. Let me go for another. Highly recommend, would fit your theme. That might be something that I play. That might be a core part of the game or of the channel. See, I can just be high. I can just be high. It don't even matter. I can just say whatever. I can just fucking fumble my words, be stoned as shit. Don't even matter. They all know. Everybody would know. They're like, we made him this way. Of course he's fucked up. Of course he doesn't know what to say. You know? It's genius, really. Okay. I think it's time. For those of you who haven't seen the Path of Exile skill tree, let me take you on a magical journey of a land that I have visited many times, especially in this smoky state. Alright, man, I'm gonna be lurking, but I have to get these kids to bed. I always appreciate you lurking, dude. Take it easy. Have an awesome night. Alright. How to switch. Oh yeah. We're gonna move this. Chunk, chunk, chunk. And then I think I can just do this. Nice. The Path of Exile skill tree, behold. This is Path of Building. A game outside of the game within the game. Gameception. This is a wondrous land where you maximize your DPS and defenses. And that is your primary use for using it, but it also has several other niche uses. But we aren't going to be diving into any of the super in-depth tools. I'm not going to really teach people how to use Path of Building right now. All that's going to happen is I'm going to decide what I'm going to play. Now, I might follow a build to get inspiration, but otherwise, I'm going to play what I decide here now. I have no inclinations, no ideas, nothing to lean towards. Just scrolling around the skill tree, seeing what looks cool. I guess let's do process of elimination. We are not playing anything down here. Even though I haven't played anything down here in quite some time, Pathfinder, Ranger, Raider, I have just heard general consensus that it's just not their league. Just not their league. I have had some success in the past with Champion and Gladiator, but I've never ever played a Berserker. This could be a Berserker league. I've also heard Rage is really good. This is the dude that gets Rage, right? Overkill damage, leeching, recovery. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Is it... This dude gets the rage. Berserker's over here. Yeah. That guy's somebody different. Who to play? We're also not gonna play a witch. It's just too easy. Sadly, it's my wheelhouse. I've played so many witches. I can play witches in so many different ways. I've kind of been up here and over to the right over here the most in my Path of Exile career. I really don't stray down here, this bottom left area, too much. Last league we played a champion, or no, a sentinel. Jesus, I don't know any of these names. A sentinel. We played a sentinel last league. I could maybe play this like rage murder dude. This would actually give me a good reason to be streaming this and looking through the skills as well. I don't know this bottom half of this tree very intuitively. Weird. Only problem with playing it is what skill would I play? Rage Vortex comes to mind immediately because it's like the only thing I know. I would have to do a lot of research on kind of like how to build this archetype. That's the problem with trying new archetypes, is like sometimes they're just so alien and foreign that you actually can't even approach it without a little bit of knowledge. So there's Warcry synergy, Warcry speed. Having Warcry speed will probably be really good if I can't have instant Warcries. So I'll type in Warcry. Oh, Warcry speed. So this would mean you get like a big two-handed weapon and you use a Warcry, and it makes your two-handed weapon do like double damage. It exerts the Warcry, or the attack of the big like hammer or mace. Warbringer. That's pretty cool. Here's a huge Warcry cluster. What does this entail? Warcry duration, effect, duration, effect. I want speed. None of those give speed? What about masteries? None of those grant speed? Fear not. There are more Warcry nodes over here. Surely they will give me Warcry speed. Aha, Warcry speed. Warcry speed. 6. Whoa, whoa. Okay. So I can just pick up enough Warcry speed to where it feels good. And it's not instant, but it still feels good. What's this? Exerted steel damage, cooldown recovery rate for Warcries. Warcry speed, damage. What's the big thing here? Warcries exert an additional attack. So then the question is, do we go critical strike and gain blitz charges? And if we don't go critical strike, oh, it's a good one. Force of Evil. It's a cool song. What does a blitz arc, or what's a blitz charge do? Oh, it just gives you more attack speed and reduces your chance to crit. So, if you have a really, really high crit chance, you can get this up so that's 40% more attack speed. That's an insane amount of attack speed. All it gives you though is attack speed, but your skill scales with it. It's really good. Defy pain. That's so weird. I don't even know how this works. Whoa, Professor! I'm a new student. Oh, thank you so much for following. I greatly appreciate you. My lights are blaring at me. Adante. What's the question that you have for me? I will do my very best to answer you, Dante. Ooh, this gives attack speed as well. It really does seem like there is some way to go a super fast attack speed build. I have keef from my flowers. What do I do with all that accumulated keef? There's a lot of things that you can do with your accumulated keef. The absolute basic, never wrong answer is to just scrape it up and sprinkle it straight onto the top of your bowls. But if you're extra fancy, one of the highest profile things you can do is you can buy what's called a pollen press. It's gonna look like a T, a big metal T. It's the common shape of them. You're gonna pack that thing full of your flower's keef, and you're gonna crank this handle down. You're gonna make little pucks out of your keef, and these pucks are perfect for all kinds of things. They're really good for cooking. They're really good for making wax. And to make hash. I don't know how to write hashes. yeah, the plural, hash I. But no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. It does aid in that, certainly. You can get very cheap pollen presses. They don't have to be anything fancy. Okay. Glad to have helped. But yeah, you can roll it up into joints. You can do all kinds of special stuff with it. You can sprinkle it on top of wax that has been laid on top of some pre-rolled cones. Those are some of the most fancy diamond-studded things you could ever imagine in your life. They're mouth-watering to look at. You know what? We just excuse me for a brief moment. That's better. Not very good at sprinkling it on my blunts. Make a lot of a mess. That's why you need to add the wax. The sticky THC resin wax that you can drip onto the paper or the outside of the cone. The wax. Yeah, man. You just go all out, of course. I mean, it's gonna be a blunt like you've... That explains a lot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Certainly. It certainly should. I work at a smoke shop. I run a smoke shop. I've only been running it for about 9 months or so it still hasn't sunk in that I am the owner. But yeah, I really enjoy it. It's like the most fulfilling thing I've ever done in my life. And just being able to smoke, talk about ganja, just chill with people, relate to people, be real with people, celebrate the time we're in where this is not demonized. We can use it to fuel our gaming brains. I mean, it's a beautiful day. Me too. But the don't talk about what to do with flowers. Oh yeah. It's you know, I live in a legal state and I run a smoke shop, so it gets very easy for me to be loose with it. But yes, it still feels taboo in some ways and still feels a little bit hard to talk about in some areas in certain companies. So I get it, but time will only make it easier, in my personal opinion. But it is a pleasure to have made your acquaintance this night, Dante, a fellow enjoyer of the flower, my man. Now, are we gonna do war cries in Path of Exile? Like, am I gonna just be shouting at people? I mean, war cries is a little bit away from the chill vibe that I normally portray. It's illegal there. Yeah, man. Yeah. And it's just, it's crazy that it's seen as something that's so, you know, evil, and you know, it's gotten such a bad rep. It's so taboo. Use a vaporizer called Hira, and I don't know where to use my keef. Oh, okay, yeah. Vaporizers are tough, and it makes sense that you use a vaporizer because it reduces the stench. And anywhere I've found where it's illegal, everybody's trying to vape. Everybody's trying to, you know, use those dry herb vaporizers because they really cut down on the scent in a big way. They're also way better for your lungs than combusting, like doing this. Like, this is not nearly as good for you as putting something into an electronic device like what you're doing, man. So good job. The thing that I always tell people that use vaporizers, I get a lot of people that come into my shop. You don't like vapes. The taste of weed is what I love. Oh man. I actually salivate at certain scents that are cannabinoids, even though to some people it's like the most vile scent, the most skunky, awful smell you can imagine. But no, sometimes, I mean, it's made this link in my brain where you know, I'm gonna go to the other scene here since we're it's made this link in my brain where I salivate because it stimulates my hunger. I'm too poor to try one or more than 70 USD. Yeah, and it's so cheap here. It's so cheap. I live in Ohio, and I get my stuff from Michigan in the United States, and I get an ounce for on Sundays when they're doing a deal, because I get it from a dispensary. You literally walk into an establishment, you get a Sunday deal on marijuana. What the hell? On Sundays, I get an ounce for $80. On Sundays, I get an ounce for $80. Get an ounce. If this ends up being popular, I will be able to use this as a business expense. Be like, look, my viewers will not watch me unless I am stoned, unless I am blitzed. They smoke with me. It is a part of the ritual, the routine. And I will only be able to get this stuff even cheaper at that point. It's very expensive here. The cheapest vape is like $80 USD, and jeez, they're just robbing you. They're literally squeezing you and just breaking you. That's terrible. I sympathize with that in a tremendous way. I think back, I used to live in Texas, where it was still incredibly demonized. And, you know, I just think back to the mentality of just being so ashamed of it, just constantly trying to hide it. Like, there was no way to openly talk about it or embrace it. It was just so vile. It felt so wrong. That's why I have my self cultivation. We grow from the earth that which we need to consume. That is the true way. You don't need to walk into a shop, need to talk to anybody. You just pull it out of the ground, you do a little bit of curating, and you enjoy it. It takes you to the places you need to go and teaches you the things that you need to learn. This is inspiring the shit out of me. I need to load back up. I did bring my stuff here. I actually don't want to show the bag on camera because dispensaries are weird about like showing off where you got their stuff from. So I have to kind of stealth load this. I'm on the right live scene screen, so I don't think I think I can scope out what you guys can see here. Oh yeah, you guys can't see. Oh yeah, Dante's dancing around. In fact, wish me luck. I'll watch Kung Fu Panda 4 and I want to see it very high. Yes, yes. Pixar movies high. This might be an unpopular opinion, but incredibly based. If you have any social network where I can send a photo of my weed kit. I don't have all of my plugins and stuff linked up yet, but gonna be getting my social stuff set up along with this as it grows. This is like my 3rd or 4th stream, but I am super happy to have already kind of started engaging with somebody because it sucks streaming to nobody. It hurts. I'm like, I just want one person can make me interesting, but 0 people, I'm so hard to be interesting. All right, but I need to pack this. So watching, you can't see the bag, you can't see anything. Who knows? Our Path of Exile characters would go back to the others. Oop, there was the bag. Nobody saw it. That's how it starts. I spent 4 months with 2 viewers. After 3K followers, I kept talking to those 2 viewers as if they were my brothers. Hell fucking yes. That sounds so dope. And yeah, you gotta believe in those people that saw you all the way to the top when you have an IG pass on it. What's that mean? When you have an IG pass on it? Have an IG pass. Pass on it, like post it. Oh yeah. I definitely will. Oh yes, I will. Sorry, my 3rd word English. You're good. It's all good, homie. It's all good. We got you. Yeah, I will definitely hook up my socials and all of the areas that you can send me cool stuff that I can check out and rate your kits and your setups. I have some pretty cool stuff from the shop that I run, but I'm actually pretty reserved when it comes to having a collection, which is great because if this starts, I can build a collection. I can buy a bunch of cool stuff, show it off on stream. Oh, my be right back thing is up. No, I'm not being right back. I'm here. There, hide. This is my favorite hand pipe. Absolutely. It is dirty and defiled, so don't judge it too harshly. But it fits in my hand in such a way that makes me incredibly happy. It has a honeycomb on the top that's blown okay. Not the best honeycomb I've ever seen, but man, you get stoned and dive straight into that thing, and you know, it'll take you places. We got the horns on both sides, pretty symmetrical. You gotta love it. Fits in the hand. It's got some kind of like really weird extra bits on the bottom. Kind of looks like this was a practice pipe or something, or some novice glass blower. But I'm happy to have it. Path of Exile? Maybe? Let's move it over. Put chump. I did manage to pack my bowl. For this one, I'm going to have to open the window because it's getting a little dank in here. I normally don't get smoking this much, but I'm excited. I got confidence. Oh man, I made this hell for myself. I put up a thing to block the light, and it's gonna make it opening the window hard. Well, I have a papers company. When I get to the US, we could talk about sponsorship. Hell yeah, that sounds dope. Plans to come to the US? Or facetiously? I don't know if you've ever been, but yeah, I'm sure everywhere on Earth has their pros and cons, but the US has treated me pretty well. I can't hate on it. I mean, even if I don't get this working for me, I have all of this still. I will definitely check that out. You know what? No, I can just don't have Instagram. I don't have Instagram, so I typically know that when I click on those things, it's like sign up for Instagram, blah blah blah. So yeah, I'll have to dive into that. By the time I leave a very non-social media life, but that can change. I can do social media strictly for Professor Smoke. I wouldn't mind that. I think that would be pretty awesome. Oh, that was probably a picture of your trip to the US or something, I would imagine. Hell yeah. I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself. Warcry recovery rate, Warcry area. If I do Warcries, then I want to... If I do Warcries, then I want to do a two-hander. And I would also want to look at what Warcries I possibly could use. Okay, that's not how that's done. We go here, we go war. And no. Cry. Yes. Infernal, ancestral. Battle mages, corrupting, enduring, generals, intimidating, rallying, seismic. Which of these cries, or how many of these cries do we use? I know what infernal cry does. Ancestral cry. Calls nearby enemies to attack the user and exerting attacks. Gains a buff which gains bonus armor and melee range. It gives a bunch of armor, bunch of flat armor. Lets you hit further away. Exerted strikes target 2 additional enemies. So this is how you clear with strike skills. Battle mate. Granting a buff which boosts critical strike chance and allowing attacks to benefit from increases to spell damage. Use Warcry speed. Counts total power. Okay, yeah. Critical strike. So this thing at maximum power can make melee attacks count from your spell damage at 150%. Exerted attacks trigger a supported spell with their first melee hit. You hit somebody with an attack and it blasts out a spell. That sounds so cool. But the crit's kind of worthless because the only reason that this ascendancy would crit is if I was attacking quickly, and I don't want to be attacking quickly with this one. Looks corrupting blood. It doesn't even exert attacks. Gives endurance charges, gives a burst of life, as well as a buff which grants resistances and physical damage reduction based on endurance. I mean, it's really hard to argue with Enduring Cry. But the problem with Enduring Cry is that it doesn't exert any of your attacks. Just a war cry. Summons Mirage Warriors from nearby corpses. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be that cheeky. Lowers the effective enemy physical damage reduction against your hits. This makes the enemies take more damage. And exerted attacks deal double damage. That sounds crazy. How can you live? Rallying cry. Base duration, Warcry speed. No, that's for allies. That's for minions. We don't need that. Seismic cry. Exerting slam attack. Probably good, but so the ones that are really good are Ancestral Cry and Intimidating Cry. So are we going to use a strike skill? Let's look at strike. What options do we have? Oh god, flicker strike of power. What would that even be like? I don't think I could war cry in the middle of that madness. Heavy strike. What does heavy strike even do? It's just like a meme, right? Just has a chance to deal double damage. So you just like have a chance to just GG, just murder everything. Is its damage that high? 313 of base. Yeah, it is. It's very high. And its effectiveness of added damage is huge. What if I literally did heavy strike berserker? Heavy strike berserker. What's so good about that though is I would use the ancestral cry for packs, and I would use the intimidating cry for bosses, and I would just gem swap, or maybe not even. Is there another strike? Of course, lightning strike is always super good. Infernal Blow's a strike skill? It is. Why? What does this do? Attacks with your weapon, applying a charged debuff to you the first time you hit an enemy with this skill. Upon reaching 6 charges, or the charge is expiring, the charge debuff is removed to damage nearby enemy. Blows up. Base duration is 3 seconds. Our sword, axe, mace, scepter. This Infernal Blow doesn't do anything like that, does it? Oh, Infernal Blow never has a chance, really, to stack up. It uses its damage on minion death. Debuff deals 80% of damage per charge. I actually like Infernal Blow better. I think we'll do Infernal Blow. Infernal Blow. Berserker. With War Cries. War Cries grant 10 rage per 5 power. You have less than 25 rage. They sacrifice 10 rage if you have at least 25 rage. And if you were able to sacrifice rage, the exerted attacks deal 50% more damage. Alright, so we haven't been a marauder in quite some time. It's time to finally go back to the Karui and enjoy an Infernal Bowl with the marauder. So we are cooking up our Infernal Bowl, and it's gonna be a Berserking Bowl. It's gonna be, oh man, Chieftain. We could chief with the chieftain. Oh god, that's I think just for branding purposes, I have to make a chieftain. Like, screw all this stupid stuff. We can chief. Our chief. Does that mean I have to read this man? And decide what I want to do with him? Enemies you or your totem's kill have a chance to explode. So that's the super big node that you can use with the ring to get clear. Okay. And the ignite immunity, resistance cap. Interesting. I'm not gonna mess with that. That's an interesting node, but I'm not that good. Life regen. Non-unique jewels cause increases and reductions to other damage types in a large radius to be transformed to apply to fire damage. So if I place a regular jewel into this, it will cause everything around it to be fire damage. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. So I'm gonna have to be doing 100% fire damage with this build. What the hell? Can I get more information on this? Tahoa's Chosen. Skills for equipped body armor are supported by level 30 Ancestral Call and 20 Fist of War. So you get 2 links on your body armor? What the frick? I might be able to use Infernal Blow with this guy. Definitely going to take a lot of brain power to kind of suss out what parts of his ascendancy I want, but all of it seems kind of noob friendly and able to take me to the end game pretty easily with the life regeneration and resistances, ignite immunity, explode. It seems pretty easy. I'll just take the very easy nodes. Nearby enemy monsters' fire resistance against damage over time is minus 1% while stationary. You are safe. I have to be near them and stationary. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I mean, I am always stationary when I'm attacking. You can't be moving and attacking at the same time. So maybe that's just like an easy... Oh, but it's only against damage over time. It's only against damage over time. Nah. Nomp. So none of that. We consider these because they're extra links. Man, that's so good for the beginning, actually. It's so good for the beginning. Who even cares what Tuwo was chosen? Tuwo. Fortress strength. Whoever cares. Nobody. All that matters is links. Tukohama. Links. Links for chest. Okay. So then we are gonna just get the explode and we could... No, we get the explode and the fire resistance applies to cold and lightning and ignite immunity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. We forego the explode because we will be an explosion ourselves. We will be a walking explosion. Okay, so we're not a berserker. We're actually a chieftain. We don't care about war cries. We're getting rid of that. Explosion. Explosion chieftain. The chief. Okay. But see, what we do still want is Infernal Blow, I think. The Infernal Bowl is going to be the skill that we're going to equip Fist of War and Ancestral Cry to on our best piece. Tuwo's chosen skill. This is the special skill. But it doesn't tell me. This is a special group created by the skill. Being counted. This is going to be in the body armor. Infernal Blow and Ancestral Call. Yep, they are equipped. Beautiful. So, even though I don't have body armor. When we start with Marauder, we normally always just head straight down for the armor and life. Melee Fizz is the other options that we normally pass up. And today will be no different. Yeah. Armor and life is just gonna be good always. And do we take... Yeah, we're gonna take the armor and life instead of the Regen. Boop, 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 boop. We're making the build now. We're actually into making the Path of Exile build. Took us a moment. I don't think we need life regen. We will set ourselves to level 80 though. Just for 80. Can you do 80 for me? Every button I press, you just go by one. 8. Like that. Press the 8 button. You're really gonna make me test how fast I can click. Alright, game. Alright. I'll take you on. Let's do this. Went one further than I was supposed to, because you made me mad. Alright. So, Infernal Blow converts. We're actually going to use the Immolation version. Gives us more AoE. But the biggest difference is that okay, I fully understand the difference now. Infernal Blow needs to, it stacks the charges on enemies. So if an enemy hits 6 charges, or if an enemy dies and has charges, there's an explosion. The explosion is not as strong as with Immolation, and the explosion radius is smaller. However, if it blows up a corpse, it deals damage based on the corpse's life. So it's better for clear. But Infernal Blow of Immolation seems like it's way better for single target. We're gonna go here. That's kind of what I want to build. Clear is never clear. Just we're gonna figure out clear. We need to really figure out how we're gonna kill bosses. Infernal Blow of Immolation. So we actually want to be attacking very fast, which kind of is shitty for this dude. This guy attacks fast down here. This guy doesn't attack fast. He attacks everybody. So what does Fist of War do? Oh, it's not supported by Fist of War anymore. Why? Because it's not a slam? Neither of them are supported by Fist of War. Is it because I don't have a two-hander on? Weird. Fist of War supports slam skills. So this isn't a slam skill. Okay. So we're not running that. So it needs to be a slam skill and a strike? Or you just get both and can never use both? That would make way more sense than giving you a 7-link or an 8-link. You get these 2 support gems that are mutually exclusive. I didn't even read Fist of War, but yeah. One is for strikes, one's for slams. Those are fully different. Not as good as I thought. Yep. Yeah. I mean, a free link is like 30% more damage most of the time. One of these two only affects clear. So you would use 2 skills every time with this. You would like weapon swap or have like a second gem that you'd put in. The long, deep silence before the creepy musical crescendo. I actually fell for it again. I got this playlist on loop. This one's way better than the other ones before. I don't know what to do with this dude. This one's a no-brainer. This just, he seems too good defensively and very easy to build around. So I gotta get that. Wonder where I'm going to put some of those jewels to make all of the increases apply to fire damage. Let me read it specifically. Increases and reductions to other damage types apply to fire damage. Has to literally be other damage. So like lightning damage or physical damage or cold damage. So if I put it here, how big is the radius? It says large. That's the second one. Okay, so there's nothing there. Shows me which ones it'll affect, but yeah, that's melee damage. I mean, it would affect those, but So that one's a bad one over here. Nope. Nope. Also nothing I can use. Okay. Seems like a very difficult node to use. Nope. I'm really not damage up here. I don't see it. Increased damage while wielding a wand. I don't think that would change to fire damage. I think that would just change to increase fire damage. Okay. Here I see it. It's good here. Because all of these are lightning damage. So if I had something right here. Actually, I'm just going to do this. And can I socket? Actually, let me take the node. Did I already take it? No, I didn't. Boom. Then let me create a jewel. Items, craft item, rare jewel. Yes, it can be a cobalt jewel. It can give me kind of anything. But let's do fire damage. Keep clicking the wrong thing. Add to build. Put it in the socket. Go back to the tray. So, because I have this, it should transform this into fire damage. And this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And I wonder if it would turn those into fire damage over time multipliers. It might. It honestly might turn those into fire damage over time multipliers. You'd get damage there. So yeah, you would kind of just take all of this. That was all my ignite right there. These two nodes is all my ignite chance. I guess I don't need fire damage over time multiplier. Trying to see if there's anything else in the radius. Increased damage while wielding a wand. These things here, I highly doubt that those will count or do anything. That minion instability, yeah. I know all about you. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's So all of that should be fire damage. So that's like the best thing that you can do with that node is just dump a bajillion points from your passive skill tree into a bunch of fire damage. And I guess if you're gonna do this, you really need to focus on getting flat fire damage on like everything that you're using. Which I guess means we would use that one sword, that really easy to use unique sword for a long time. The Oath, whatever it's called. What's that? I can't think of that unique sword's name. The Flicker Strike sword. Oro's Sacrifice. Boom. I knew it was in the vaults. I knew it was up there. I could use Oro. Do this and then just grab all the life nodes. Grab the fire. Where's Avatar of Fire? Runebinder. There. EE. Ooh. Yeah, we take EE for sure. Take the light. Grabbing the obvious stuff. Chunk. 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 Obvious pickups. Definitely going to use a cluster jewel in this build. We're definitely going to use Resolute Technique. Wait. But if I can't crit, then I can't use Elemental Overload, right? Yeah, I can't do both. Alright. I guess we're not going to do Elemental Overload. Eternal Youth is kind of interesting. Where is... Oh, wow, there it is. Wow. We are already pathing through Avatar Fire. And we can grab Arsonist. Wow. Magmatic Strikes. It's huge. Yeah, I want all of this. 50% of physical converted to fire. Don't need that. Crits do not inherently ignite, but 100% increased damage with hits against ignited enemies. I think that's something we can build around. I could easily ignite something without my skill. Strike range, melee area of effect. using a strike. That might be a cool defensive layer. Divine Shield. Maybe we build a big energy shieldy boy. I don't want to grab this. That might change my pathing a little bit. I should grab, well, actually those give energy shield. They're not auto pickups. 5% life is pretty good though. Need that. That. Dang, ducking in here just for... Might not. We're already getting so much fire damage. Stuff like this really keeps you alive in the end game. Getting reduced effective curses on you. You kind of want to be immune to all ailments and curse immune and bleed immune. Can I get to the inside life wheel? Yes, pretty easily actually. Good, because we're gonna need all that life. %10 chance to create consecrated ground on melee kill. If only it was on hit. Stance skills have +6 seconds to cooldown. I have no clue how that is a beneficial thing. I have no clue how a person takes that. Oh, remove damaging elements when you change stance. Okay. I see what I see. Says the blind man, I see. Okay. Those are always good. Cannot evade enemy attacks, cannot be stunned. I'm not worried about being stunned. Jump cut to all the deaths in the league in 5 days. I only have 20 more points. I don't really think I should fish down here for anything crazy. Holy crap. Those are some cool passives. There's the basic tree. Or anything that I desperately need? Yeah, discipline and training. Yep. Definitely got to get that. Sadly, there's nothing really along the sides that I want. Far away is it? 1, 2, 3. I mean, this one's a pretty good node, but 5. Damn, I wish all these things weren't so good. I want to just go there, take all this. I can't. Yeah. That's just an inefficient point to take. Even though I wanted to do cooldown for war cries in the beginning, we're not going to use any war cries now. Alright, I think we'll put this little bit of a tinkering experiment to bed. Quite literally, because I'm a little bit too tired to continue, but I did want to stream for just a little bit to continue the dedication. Thank you guys for watching, sincerely. Greatly appreciate you. Have an awesome night.